Hey world, it is Sheila, and first of all, hello to my favorite ISFP out there. Well, he's not out there, or is he out there? What happens to us when we die, huh? That's the big question. I know I know what I think. So, little white lies. How are you guys with little white lies? Um, I feel two things about white lies. I like when people white lie to me because my fragile little feelings get hurt so easy, and so I don't mind a little white lie to spare my feelings. I don't want to. Yeah, you can white lie me. But two, I hate saying white lies because I feel like if I have to say a white lie to somebody, I am going against how I feel and think at my core. Like what I think and feel is so personal to me. And when I have to white lie, I feel like I'm being so untrue to myself. And it is hard. I do it. I do it fairly well. I mean, years and years of practice. Um, but it is always, I'm so aware of how it makes me feel, and I hate it. Now, I'm not one to go up to somebody on my own accord and say a white lie. Like, I'm not one to go up to somebody and be like, oh my gosh, I love your jacket, when I don't. But if that person came to me and like, hey, do you like my jacket? I'll be like, oh yeah, it's cute. Looks cute. But I'm very aware of how I'm like, oh, but that's not really how I feel. And I would love to tell them the truth, but I don't want to hurt people's feelings. And I think for me, like I said, being so sensitive as a FI and having your feelings tied to your identity, when somebody hurts your feelings, it's crushing, absolutely crushing. Um, I've gotten really good over the years of not taking things so personally, not, you know, I've gotten thicker skin as I've gotten older, but it still pierces the skin easy with some things. It just depends on what it is. But I spent so many tears as a kid, crying and crying. I mean, I was that little girl on the playground, always crying. Her feelings always hurt. Always coming into my house crying because the neighbor kid said something. My little feelings got hurt. I mean, so sensitive. Ugh, I wish I could just go back and be like, tough it up, Francis. But as an FI Dom, you just have to feel those feels, and they are intense sometimes. So those little white lies, I know if I can spare somebody hurt feelings, then I am all for it. But I definitely know how this inner struggle of being true to what I really feel. Man, sometimes I wish I was that little 3-year old that is so brutally honest, like, hey mom, why is that lady so fat? And you're just like mortified that your kid just said that, but yet you're kind of laugh in your head, like, oh my, I just wish I could be so truthful. But man, it would be just cruel. We have to say the white lies. So my question is to you: if you're an ISFP, do you find white lies easy, or do you really struggle? Like you're being untrue to yourself when you have to say the white lies. And if you're not if you're like a FE or a TE savior or up high, do you find white lies just par for the course and not a problem and just like "Oop, that's what we all do and just easy peasy and nonchalant and yeah, because I really like every time I tell a white lie, I feel a little piece of me being untrue. So just curious what you guys feel about white lies. So I know they're necessary and you can continue to white lie to me to spare my little feelings because I don't want to go off crying. All right. Have a great day. Bye.